Somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Oh yes, another boxing prediction here. This one's between M.Macklin versus D.Geale, scheduled for the 24th of the 5th, 2014. We'll start off with Macklin's resume. He's age 31 now, boxing out of the orthodox, height 5'10", reach 71, is 130 with 20 knockouts and only 5 losses. His KO percentage, by the way, is 57%, and in his last fight he won against Lamar Russ, who was a 14 wins and no losses opponent. His opponent, Geale, age 33, boxing out of the orthodox also, height 5'10", reach 71, is 130 and KO'd 16 with only 2 losses. His KO percentage, Geale's, is 50%. I'd say recently, a couple of fights back now, a few fights back, he beat Felix Sturm, and Macklin lost to Sturm in 2011. For me, Macklin isn't world class. It seems to struggle against the top level of opponents, doesn't he? And when he, like for example, when he faced Sturm, he couldn't quite cut it at that level. Geale, however, can. He's won a couple of titles to prove that he's at this world level, you know. Geale's last the fight before that, when Darren Barker beat him, and I just feel if Geale lands that devastating body shot that he did to Barker and he lands it on Macklin, Macklin is suspect, isn't he, to body punches. We've seen this when he faced Gennady Golovkin, when I think Golovkin dropped him with a body shot, didn't he? And I think he finished him, although don't quote me on that, I'm pretty sure he finished him with a body shot. So I think if Geale can do that, then I think it'd be a fight over, in my opinion. Geale is a good all-round boxer, you know, and before the Barker fight, I actually had him predicted he'd win the fight against Darren Barker. I think I predicted on that one. I was proven wrong that night. I don't think I'll be proven wrong this time around, and I'm going to go with Geale in this one. He almost pulled it off, didn't he, against Darren Barker? he nearly stayed down, Barker, but that was a great win by Darren Barker. I think Barker was a better fighter than Macklin for sure. Macklin is a decent fighter. I just don't think he cuts it at this level. You know, he trained really hard for the fight against Golovkin, and although Golovkin, you know, is a different level of opponent, just Macklin isn't that kind of level. Is a level lower, isn't he? And I think that he's going to get found out again in this one. I have D.Geale winning this in possibly a stoppage. You know, he plants his feet really well, doesn't he, when he delivers that body shot, and I can see this him doing that to Macklin and possibly getting a 7 to 8 round stoppage, in my opinion. If not, then Macklin might be lucky enough to see out the fight. Thanks for watching as always, and let me know your thoughts of this one. On paper, you know, it looks a real good matchup, but I just think D.Geale is a bit classier than Macklin, taking nothing away from Macklin, however. Thanks for watching, and let me know your thoughts of this one.